So you're not quite sure what all this fuss is over the Australian Royal Financial Commission. What is it anyway? Well, buckle up kids, it's about to get real messy.
Manager of opposition business. Don't really have a point, I've always sort of need to take a breath.
Don't make me leave, mate. I'm not going. What are you going to do about it? You are a tyrant and a dictator.
Will apply to you.
Okay, Carl, thank you.
What is happening to mainstream media?
We'll plug it into the cables and they see what we're doing.
It could be the end of both of our careers. Shoot, shag or marry. Malcolm Turnbull, Kevin Rudd or Tony Abbott.
He fails, you'll be next. You're gone, you go back there. He comes up here, you go over there. It's all going to happen. It's all about to happen.
They're all laughing at me behind me. I'll remember that.
I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best, mate. Don't stuff it up. Don't stuff it up, I know.
Banks in Australia operate under a set of guidelines set up to protect the Australian consumer market. That's you. For a long time, they had been operating under a principle called vertical integration. Basically, the banks worked out that they can sell you financial advice and that they could heavily weigh that advice in favour of their own products, thus charging you once for their advice and again for their product. This would create a positive feedback loop for their business. But this is a pretty slimy thing to do, so the Australian Financial Regulatory Body, APRA, banned the practice to an extent. Since this practice began, loads of shady stuff has been going on in the banking industry to get around these regulations, such as defrauding documents.
AMP's admission it deliberately and repeatedly lied to the Australian Securities and Investments Commission.
Ignoring income circumstances and billing dead people. Yeah, dead people. And this isn't the worst of it. Some financial institutions have been overselling insurance policies to unaware customers who can't afford it, locking them into a contract they can't escape from and then bleeding them dry. Now, you must be thinking, surely the government is doing something about it. I mean, isn't this what the Royal Commission is all about? Well, you'd be right. But the kicker is that the government knew about this more than 2 years ago and has actively been trying to stop the commission since. Malcolm Turnbull said that a royal commission would damage the reputation of the Australian financial system internationally.
Now, the speculation about an inquiry cannot go on. It's moving into dangerous territory where some of the proposals being put forward have the potential seriously to damage some of our most important institutions. We have got to stop the banks and our financial services sector being used as a political football.
Well, boo-hoo, Mr. Turnbull. Who cares when the financial safety and confidence of the Australian people are at stake? The change in the Liberals came after the National MPs went rogue and demanded the inquiry began. But the delay in actions is not all the Liberals' fault. The Labor Party only changed their mind on the issue 12 months ago. So why do we have so many drongos in the government whose main interest is protecting the financial industry over the interests of their own people? Well, that's the state of the Royal Commission. It has started and will be completed by January 2019, so expect more news to come out as more dirty information is dug up.